good students in school. Jimmy and David were best friends. They've been best friends since high school, after which they both attended the same college together. They were very good students and scored very high grades in class. They both graduated from college with excellent results. Jimmy and David joined the same wholesale company together just after graduation, and they both worked very hard in performing their jobs. After several years, the boss promoted David to the position of sales executive, but Jimmy remained a sales representative. Jimmy felt bad but decided to keep working. Hopefully, he would be promoted too. He worked for about 6 months more, but he was still not promoted, and this made him angry because he felt that his boss was being unfair and favoring David. One day, Jimmy could not take it anymore. He tendered his resignation to the boss and complained to the boss, saying, "You thought I wouldn't notice what you've been doing?" The boss was confused but let him continue speaking. "You do not value hardworking staff, but only promote people who you like, people who flatter you. I joined this company at the same time as David. I work as hard as him, if not even harder. Yet you give him a promotion and gave me nothing. I cannot keep working in such conditions." The boss knew that Jimmy worked very hard for years, but in order to help Jimmy realize the difference between him and David, the boss asked Jimmy to do the following tasks. Go out and find anyone selling mangoes in the market. Chuan returned and said yes. The boss asked, "How much per kilogram?" Chuan went back to the market to ask and returned to inform the boss. "It's $12 per kilogram," he said. The boss told Jimmy, "I will ask David the same question." David went, returned, and said, "Boss, only one person selling mangoes, 12 per kilogram, $100 for 10 kilograms. He has an inventory of 340 mangoes. On the table, 68 mangoes. Every mango weighs about 15 kilograms. Bought from the south 2 days ago. They are fresh and yellow, good quality." Jimmy was very impressed and realized the difference between himself and David. He decided not to resign, but to learn from David. We can actually learn two things from this story. My dear friends, a more successful person is more observant. Think more and understand in depth. For the same matter, a more successful person sees several years ahead, while you see only tomorrow. The difference between a year and a day is 365 times. How could you win? Also, try to be a person of value. Whenever you're given a task, go the extra mile in doing it. You will be more appreciated, and you may even be rewarded for your hard work. No one wants to lose a valuable person. Try to remember that. Let's go, let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Fired up, excited, blessed, and abundant. Ready to go ahead and dive into this beautiful Monday, the 13th. This month is absolutely, this year is flying by just in general. I can't believe we're already halfway through the month. We're about to wrap up the first quarter already, and so much has happening and so much is brewing for the best. So I'm excited. I got a great topic for everybody to go ahead and dive into. Today, we're going to be talking about going the extra mile, and this is how I wanted to go ahead and preface the video. So I'm ready for it. Lucky day, you already know. Look at that, 3:13. Let's go. So to go ahead and get started, before we go ahead and dive in, as always for the Monday, let's get a little bit of gratitude down below. What is everybody grateful for coming into the day while I go ahead and get live on IG, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. Awesome. So family, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be breathing. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful to even have the opportunity to go ahead and move these limbs and fingers, because I know not everybody's even blessed to go ahead and do so. Powerful day today. I love that. I'm grateful for the morning rituals, right? I'm grateful for seeing the signs, right? Honestly, along this journey, one of the things I've been able to really notice and become keen on and grow as I go is being able to see the signs, right? Whether it's numbers, whether it's date, whether it's numerology, even butterflies outside, seeing little things allows us to actually go ahead and get confirmation to see that we're actually on the right path, even though life might not be exactly what it is that we see yet. So I love it. Confirmations is huge. I'm grateful to go ahead and be here with each and every one of you. Exactly right. The fireflies for Talina that night. That story is unexplainable. It's written down in the journal
but it's priceless, right? Those are little steps along the way that I know that's been documented, especially this is why journaling is so important, because it's not going to make sense a lot of time as we're going through life. But you know what's funny? To be able to journal it, to be able to go back and look at it, like think about it, fam. How many days are you guys have been taking your challenge, right? Getting down the blessings, getting down the journaling, 234 days straight today, right? And to be able to go back and as we see all this abundance just keep blossoming, right? Blissful. Sean talked about that word blissful of being a a flower opening, something that is so small but has such a massive effect. The same thing I believe is with journaling, right? To be able to go back and see the journey. So I'm excited to go ahead and document this book because this is going to be the books that those are going to be ready to go ahead and read. So each and every one is have a book inside of us, and this is where this journey is leading to. So let's do it. Let's love the journey. Let's love every step of this way because this is what's creating us into who we are to become every day. So I love it. Let's get to it. All right, fam. So here we go. We're going to be talking about going the extra mile. So how many of you guys ever knew the Robert Bannister story, right? I don't know how many of you've ever heard it. I'm from Philly. There's a man by the name of Robert Bannister, right? A couple decades ago, nobody had ever ran a 4-minute mile until he did it, right? But the whole point of the story is while most called him crazy, while the doctor said his lungs would burst, he ended up running a 4-minute mile. And the month after he actually went out and did it, there was hundreds of testimonies inside of the news that went out and did it as well. So the moral of the story is to be able to be the light, to be able to go against the grain while most think you're crazy. You see, when I first started my journey in entrepreneurship, most couldn't see what I saw. When I was diving into trading, you know how many people told me that was a scam? You're wasting your money. Why are you wasting so much time looking at lines on a screen? They didn't understand. And just like that video was talking about earlier, most people have a microwave mindset, right? When 30 days goes by, when a month goes by, when 3 months goes by, and they don't see all of the thousands pouring in, they don't understand that when you're going the extra mile, when we're doing today what most aren't willing to do to have what most cannot have tomorrow, it's going to take a little bit extra. That's why I tell you guys every day, ordinary and extraordinary, that difference a lot of the time happens to be that little extra, right? So going the extra mile, when I first started diving into learn all of these different skill sets, I was looking at everybody, right? And one of the fastest ways to go ahead and cut the learning curve that I could give you all, that a tip that I've been able to gain, is let's go ahead and follow those that are succeeding at a very high level. Because the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter whether you want to learn how to trade, you want to build your brand, you want to learn about e-commerce, any stream that you want to go ahead and lock in and focus on for the next 90 days to 6 months to really go ahead and master that skill set, whatever that skill set is, to really go ahead and lock in on. There's somebody that's winning at a very high level inside of that field. That I can promise you. We have educators in every one of these niches, right? It just takes making a decision. And for me at the beginning, that was trading. I said, you know what? I don't want to look left. I don't want to look right. This is what I'm focusing on every day. And Shane knows it. We always talk about it, right? Every day we would get on Mike Miles at midnight, and then we would all jump on Chris Derrick at 2. That was the schedule for months on end. And now people see, well, how'd you get to this level of trading? Well, it was hours and hours of beating on our craft, going the extra mile. People tell me all the time, D, I don't have a lot of time. I'm working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Most individuals coming inside of this business, they have a full-time job. So it takes being able to do this part-time. Most work a 9 to 5, but what are 5% of people doing that 5 to 9? They're working on themselves to go ahead and start out, to go ahead and build their business, to build their brand, to go ahead and start learning new skill sets. And over time, that part-time fortune supersedes that full-time income. And now we can go ahead and step into the life that we've always been looking for, right? Shane and Talina, you got to think about it. They had a full-time job, part-time working on the skill sets of trading, working on go ahead and building a brand, building a global business. Fast forward to today, years later, they've been able to do just that. They just moved all the way out to the Carolinas to go ahead and be able to help their family. And guess what? They don't have a job. They're able to just go ahead and pick up and go because now anywhere with Wi-Fi, they've been able to learn these skill sets. So when I tell you about going the extra mile, here's what I can tell you. It is 1,000% worth it. And to be able to see a journey, to be able to be a witness along the way is beautiful. Even Lady Boss Nikki, right? Going the extra mile, putting in the work, manifesting, doing the deep work, just attracted a job that now she's been waiting for. Now she doesn't have to go ahead and clock into somewhere that she doesn't like to do. She gets to go ahead and wake up and be excited stepping into it every day. And that comes from going ahead and doing the work, right? Nothing wrong with the job, but at the end of the day, we're all built for much more than that. When we start stepping into that, this is where the magic happens. But when we're talking about going the extra mile, it's the same thing as planting seeds. Most of the time, nothing pops up right away, right? Building the e-commerce store, right at the beginning, I put out a lot of different products before I started seeing success, right? Asking questions, plugging into the go lives, being a student every single day, going the extra mile. And now it's no surprise why things are starting to happen, why the chings are just pouring in, why even for all of you, I'm seeing the manifestations come into your life. Shane and Talina, boom, just manifested a dream car. No coincidence. Listen to KT every single day on repeat, manifesting, tuning the reactivation system, the RAS, right? Whatever we focus on grows, whatever we think about, we bring about, right? Let's go. Just got a ka-ching while on the Rise and Shine. 332 posts. Look at that. A global business. So when people see success, I want you to really think about kind of like the iceberg picture, right? How most people they see the top of success. They see the little tip of the mountain peak, right? All of the abundance, but most they really don't understand what goes down behind closed doors. What happens when we get off of these calls? You see the morning rituals that we're doing, getting up early. Most people don't see that unless it's documented on social media. But here's what I can promise you. Time exposes or it promotes. So while most think getting on these go lives, taking notes, asking questions, plugging in, they think we're wasting time. If they only knew what we are setting up, what we are setting up for in the next 12 to 18 months. Honestly, like it's hard to sleep at night because I know how crucial of a time this is right now. Some people beg their whole life to get access to some of the opportunities that we have. Literally, March today, March 12th, 2023, right here. People beg for these times to be able to take advantage. So here's the deal. The gap, and I'm here to be real, raw, and honest with you guys today. Here's what I believe. The gap between the poor, middle class, and the rich is really going to start splitting over the next year and a half, right? I don't know if you guys have seen the numbers, what's going on with inflation, what's going on with the economy, but let me go ahead and just go ahead and give you a little taste of what I believe is to come. This will be one of the most monumental moves in history ever documented. And I have this on YouTube, so we're going to be able to go back and look at it. And the ones that are prepared, the ones that are learning new skill sets, the ones that are involved in the industry that we're in, MLM, mentors leading mentors, moms loving moms, making lasting memories, learning these recession-proof skill sets are going to be set up so well for success over the next coming years. This is the difference because family, money is never just evaporates. It just gets transferred into the smarter individuals' hands. And that's what we're here to do, right? We have crypto, we have trading, we have e-commerce, we have skill sets. We are able to go ahead and build a brand anywhere that has Wi-Fi. But it's going to take going the extra mile. All of this work that we just talked about, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But if you ask if it's worth it for those that have started to step into the past and have seen some success, the question is 1,000%. Yes, Shane, Talina, let me go ahead and ask you, has the journey been worth it? The blood, the sweat, the tears, right? The deep work, really taking the time to know ourselves, to figure out who it is that we are. Is that process worth it? When you ask most, they will 100% tell you yes. You got to think about it. Shane's been on a run and Talina for over 200 days, and now they've had to step in. They get to step into a situation where all of that, it went from the practice field to now getting into game time. Being able to really see how much deep work has really been done, and it's worth it. So family, I love you because here's the deal. Greatness is on the way. Greatness is here. These next couple months are setting up, I believe, the rest of our lives, and we are in the perfect position, right time, right place, right people. So family, I love you. I appreciate you. If nobody told you today, you are powerful. You are amazing. And just know this is what is going to start and set up 2023 and to come. I love you, family. Is your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. Remember, you can be, do, or have anything that you can hold in your mind, you can hold it right here in your hand. March Madness is coming up. Rotterdam is over there this week. We have March Madness the 24th to the 26th. Cancun, stay tuned, family, in July 9th to the 12th. I love you. Let's go out and make it game time. Dream team. Let's work.